This was rather startling testimony from Secretary Johnson that the DNC was offered help by both the Department of Homeland Security and by the FBI. They refused to share their servers with either of them. Fred, as someone who's been a part of the intelligence community for many, many years, does that strike you as an odd thing for the DNC to do?
Very, very odd, Liz. Let's think about this. The Democrats are complaining every single day about Russian interference in the election. Yet when the Department of Homeland Security asked the DNC if it could use some help in securing their servers, it said no. When the FBI repeatedly asked to see these servers, to understand the penetration of them by the Russians, the DNC said no. The question right now is, why did the DNC say no? And I think the reason is fairly clear, because there was material on these servers that the Clinton campaign and the DNC did not want the American public to see.
Right. And Congressman Gowdy asked a very similar question yesterday in this hearing. He asked if we would have been able to root out the truth in a deeper way, in a more speedy fashion, if the FBI had been able to analyze these servers. Take a look at this. This is interesting.
This was early in the summer of 2016 when we learned of the DNC hack. So if they had turned the server over to either you or Director Comey, maybe we would have known more. And maybe there would have been more for you to report. So I guess what I'm asking you is, why would the victim of a crime not turn over a server to the intelligence community or to law enforcement?
I'm not going to argue with you, sir. That was a leading question, and I'll agree to be led.
To be fair, it was a leading question, but it was a good question. Fred, let me expound on that question just a little bit. Not only why would the victim not turn over the evidence of a crime that was committed against them, but why would a victim not turn over the evidence at the time the crime was committed and then months later do what they're doing now and accuse the president himself of collusion, corruption, obstruction of justice, and accuse him of being part of the destruction of our very democracy?
Well, you know, concerning the FBI, this is the most serious allegation because it repeatedly asked for this information. Eventually, it was given a little bit of information by a third party much later, and then the DNC denied that the FBI asked for it, which is a lie. We know what's going on here. The Clintons are frankly criminals. There was criminal activity going on, collusion between the Clinton Foundation and people trying to buy influence with Secretary Clinton when she was Secretary of State and as a potential president. I think there probably was the information on that server about efforts by the Clinton campaign and the DNC to basically cheat to make sure Bernie Sanders did not get the nomination. And it wouldn't surprise me if there was activity on some type of illegal financial relationship between DNC people and the Clinton Foundation and the Clinton campaign. That's why this material was never released.